The Muslim faith, commonly referred to as Islam, is a monotheistic religion that was founded in the early 7th century CE by the Prophet Muhammad in the Arabian Peninsula. It is one of the three Abrahamic faiths, alongside Judaism and Christianity, and is based on the belief in one God, Allah, and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad as conveyed through the Quran, the sacred scripture of Islam. Muhammad, born in 570 CE in Mecca, modern-day Saudi Arabia, is considered the last and final prophet in Islam. Muslims believe that he was chosen by Allah to deliver the final revelation, known as the Quran, which is considered the ultimate guide for humanity. Muhammad's early life was marked by hardship, including the loss of his parents at a young age. He worked as a merchant before receiving his first revelation at the age of 40, which marked the beginning of his prophethood. The Quran, the central text of Islam, was revealed to Muhammad over a period of 23 years. It is written in classical Arabic and consists of 114 chapters, known as surahs, which are further divided into verses, called ayahs. The Quran covers a wide range of topics, including theology, law, morality, and guidance for personal conduct. Muslims regard the Quran as the literal word of God, preserved without any alteration since its revelation. In addition to the Quran, Muslims also follow the teachings and practices of the Prophet Muhammad, which are recorded in the Hadith, a collection of sayings and actions of Muhammad. The Hadith provides additional guidance on various aspects of life, including ritual practices, ethics, and social interactions. Together, the Quran and Hadith form the primary sources of Islamic teachings and law. Islam teaches that humanity's ultimate purpose is to worship Allah and live according to His guidance. Muslims believe that Allah is the one and only deity, and He is merciful, all-knowing, and all-powerful. The concept of the oneness of God, or Tawhid, is central to Islamic theology. Muslims are also encouraged to cultivate good character, compassion, justice, and social responsibility in their daily lives. The 5 pillars of Islam are the core acts of worship and the foundation of a Muslim's faith and practice. These are the declaration of faith, Shahada, which is the testimony that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is His messenger, prayer, Salat, which involves performing 5 daily prayers at prescribed times, fasting, Sawm, especially during the holy month of Ramadan, when Muslims fast from dawn to sunset, almsgiving, Zakat, the act of giving a portion of one's wealth to those in need, and pilgrimage, Hajj, a once-in-a-lifetime journey to the holy city of Mecca, required of Muslims who are financially and physically able. The Muslim community is united by the concept of the Ummah, a global brotherhood of believers. Islam recognizes a variety of cultures and traditions, but it emphasizes the idea of unity among Muslims worldwide. While Muslims share common practices, there are various branches within Islam, the 2 largest being Sunni and Shia. The split between Sunni and Shia Islam occurred following the death of the Prophet Muhammad over a disagreement about his rightful successor. Sunnis believe that the community should choose the leader, while Shias believe that leadership should remain within the Prophet's family, specifically with his cousin and son-in-law, Ali. Muslim civilization has made significant contributions to various fields of knowledge, including science, mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and philosophy. During the Islamic Golden Age, 8th to 14th centuries, scholars in the Muslim world made advances that laid the foundation for modern science and technology. The translation of Greek and Roman texts into Arabic helped preserve ancient knowledge and led to the development of new ideas and discoveries. Throughout history, the Muslim world has experienced periods of great cultural, intellectual, and political achievements, as well as periods of decline and division. The spread of Islam occurred through trade, migration, and conquest, and it eventually became a major world religion with followers across Asia, Africa, Europe, and the Americas. The Ottoman Empire, the Safavid Empire, and the Mughal Empire were among the most prominent Muslim empires, shaping the political and cultural landscape of their regions. In contemporary times, Islam continues to be a major global religion with over 1.9 billion followers. Muslims live in diverse countries, and the faith has adapted to modern challenges while maintaining its core principles. While there are challenges related to political tensions, economic disparities, and misconceptions about Islam, the religion remains a source of strength, guidance, and community for millions of people worldwide. Muslim communities are also known for their commitment to charity and social justice. The practice of zakat, or almsgiving, helps support the poor and those in need, and many Muslims also engage in acts of community service and volunteerism. The sense of social responsibility and compassion for others is a key aspect of Islamic teachings. Islamic art, architecture, and culture have flourished throughout history, with distinctive contributions in areas such as calligraphy, geometric design, and the construction of mosques and other religious buildings. The Alhambra in Spain, the Blue Mosque in Turkey, and the Kaaba in Mecca are just a few examples of iconic Islamic architecture. Islamic festivals, such as Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of Ramadan, and Eid al-Adha, which commemorates the willingness of Abraham, to sacrifice his son in obedience to God, are important occasions for Muslims. These festivals are times for celebration, reflection, and charity. In conclusion, the Muslim faith is deeply rooted in the belief in one God and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. It is a religion that emphasizes devotion, charity, justice, and community, and its followers continue to contribute to the cultural, intellectual, and social fabric of the world. Despite challenges and misunderstandings, Islam remains a vibrant and influential force in the lives of billions of people across the globe. The continued growth of Islam in the modern world has also brought forward new challenges and opportunities. One such challenge is the increasing need to address misconceptions about the faith, especially in the context of global politics and media portrayals. The rise of extremist groups who claim to represent Islam has unfortunately led to widespread misrepresentation of the religion. Many Muslims around the world have actively sought to clarify the true message of Islam, which advocates peace, compassion, and respect for all of humanity. Education is another area where Islam places a high value. Throughout history, scholars in the Islamic world have emphasized the importance of acquiring knowledge. The pursuit of education is not only encouraged for individual growth but also as a means of serving society. Many Islamic institutions, from traditional madrasas to modern universities, continue to provide educational opportunities to Muslims worldwide. In the contemporary era, many Muslim-majority countries are working to improve education systems to meet the challenges of the 21st century. Islamic finance has also gained prominence in the modern world. The principles of Islamic banking and finance are based on the idea of fairness, ethical investing, and avoiding practices such as usury, riba, which is prohibited in Islam. Islamic finance has and diverse global presence ensure that it will continue to be an influential force, offering a framework for personal fulfillment, social responsibility, and spiritual growth. In the end, the future of Islam will be determined by how its followers engage with the world, build bridges with others, and maintain their commitment to the core tenets of the faith. As long as Muslims remain true to their foundational values and continue to emphasize peace, justice, and unity, the Muslim faith will continue to thrive in the 21st century and beyond. The global Muslim community will undoubtedly play an important role in shaping the future of the world, drawing from its rich history and adapting to the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. As we look to the future, one area where Islam's role will continue to evolve is in its relationship with global political dynamics. Islam, like other world religions, faces challenges in a politically charged world where religious identity can sometimes be used to divide rather than unite. In some parts of the world, political movements and conflicts have been framed in religious terms, leading to divisions not only between Muslims and non-Muslims but also among Muslims themselves. This has led to increasing calls from within the Muslim community for a reimagining of political engagement that centers on peaceful coexistence, diplomacy, and a commitment to justice for all people, regardless of their faith or background. At the same time, the role of Islamic states in geopolitics will continue to play a significant role in shaping the global political landscape. The relationship between Muslim-majority nations and their neighbors, as well as their interactions with global powers, will be influenced by both political and religious factors. There are those who advocate for an Islamic form of governance, which is rooted in the teachings of the Quran and the Hadith, while others seek secular forms of governance where religion and politics are distinct. As political systems in the Muslim world evolve, the interpretation and application of Islamic principles in governance will remain a topic of debate and discussion, especially as democracy and human rights become key concerns for many Muslim-majority countries. The global refugee crisis, fueled by conflicts, economic hardships, and climate change, has also drawn attention to the Islamic principle of compassion and support for the vulnerable. Islam's teachings on the importance of hospitality, care for the orphan, and justice for the oppressed provide a strong ethical foundation for addressing the needs of displaced people. Muslim humanitarian organizations have long been active in providing aid, both in Muslim-majority countries and in the broader global community. The Muslim response to these crises will remain vital, as the faith's core principles encourage not only charity but also the pursuit of justice and the protection of human dignity. Environmental sustainability is increasingly seen as a key issue that resonates with Islamic values. The Quran emphasizes the importance of protecting the earth, and many Muslims are engaging in environmental activism, recognizing that stewardship of the planet is an essential aspect of faith. Whether through supporting renewable energy projects, promoting sustainable agriculture, or advocating for climate change action, many Muslims are working to address the environmental challenges that threaten future generations. This growing awareness of environmental responsibility among Muslims signals that the Islamic faith will continue to engage in the broader conversation about climate change and sustainability, in alignment with its teachings on the interconnectedness of all life. Intergenerational dialogue within Muslim communities will also continue to shape the future of Islam. As younger Muslims seek to assert their identities and navigate their faith in an increasingly globalized and secular world, the dialogue between generations, those who grew up in traditional Muslim environments and younger people exposed to diverse worldviews, will remain essential. This conversation will ensure that the values and traditions of Islam are passed down, while also embracing the diversity of experiences and perspectives that modernity brings. The younger generation of Muslims, with their growing engagement in various spheres of society, is expected to play a key role in shaping the future direction of Islamic thought and practice. The arts and cultural expressions within the Muslim world will also continue to evolve, reflecting the diversity of experiences among Muslims in different parts of the world. Islamic art, music, literature, and film have long served as a means of expressing faith, culture, and identity. In an increasingly interconnected world, Muslim artists will continue to explore the intersection of tradition and innovation, using new media and creative forms to express Islamic values and experiences. As the world becomes more visually and digitally oriented, these new forms of cultural expression will help shape how Islam is understood and appreciated by both Muslims and non-Muslims alike. As Islam continues to spread across new regions and communities, the challenges and opportunities for the Muslim faith are both vast and complex. It will be essential for Muslims to remain true to the fundamental principles of the faith, those of peace, justice, compassion, and unity, while engaging with the broader world in ways that foster mutual understanding and respect. While tensions and misunderstandings may arise, there is also the potential for significant progress as Muslims continue to contribute positively to the development of societies globally, while maintaining their deep spiritual and ethical commitments. Ultimately, the future of Islam will be determined by how its followers embrace the core message of the faith in the context of their lives and the world around them. The strength of Islam lies in its capacity for adaptation, its rich intellectual history, and its commitment to promoting a just and compassionate society. Through continued dialogue, education, and engagement with the modern world, Islam will remain a vibrant and important part of the global religious and cultural landscape, contributing to the common good and fostering a sense of shared humanity across borders and boundaries. Developed a unique system of financial transactions that adheres to these principles, and it has become a significant sector within the global economy. Islamic financial institutions offer services such as loans, insurance, and investments that comply with Islamic law, attracting Muslims and non-Muslims alike. In the realm of social and political activism, Muslim individuals and organizations are increasingly working to address issues such as poverty, inequality, human rights, and environmental sustainability. Islamic teachings on social justice have inspired many Muslim leaders and activists to advocate for the rights of marginalized communities, both within Muslim-majority countries and globally. The idea of justice, rooted in the Quran and the Hadith, emphasizes the importance of fighting against oppression and ensuring that everyone has access to basic human rights, including education, healthcare, and freedom of expression. Interfaith dialogue has also become an important aspect of modern Muslim communities' engagement with the world. Many Muslims are working alongside people of other faiths to promote understanding, tolerance, and peaceful coexistence. Interfaith initiatives, such as joint humanitarian efforts and discussions on common ethical values, have helped break down barriers and foster mutual respect between people of different religious backgrounds. These efforts are seen as crucial in a world where religious conflict and misunderstanding remain prevalent. As Muslims continue to live and practice their faith in diverse contexts, the global Muslim community has shown resilience and adaptability. From the bustling cities of the Middle East to the rural villages in Southeast Asia, Muslims have found ways to maintain their religious practices while also navigating the complexities of the modern world. The Islamic faith, with its rich history, diverse traditions, and deep commitment to justice, continues to shape the lives of millions, offering a framework for personal, social, and spiritual growth. While challenges certainly remain, the future of Islam looks promising, with Muslims around the world actively contributing to various fields of society, from politics to the arts, from science to technology. The adaptability of the Muslim community to new circumstances, without compromising core religious values, ensures that Islam will remain an enduring and influential force on the global stage for generations to come. In the future, Islam will likely continue to evolve in response to the dynamic changes of the modern world. As globalization connects people from different cultures, the interaction between Muslim communities and the wider world will increase. This interaction will likely bring forth opportunities for greater cultural exchange, collaboration, and learning. As Muslims migrate to new regions or settle in multicultural societies, the practice of Islam may adapt to various cultural contexts while preserving its essential values of unity, peace, and justice. One of the key challenges that Muslim communities may face in the future is maintaining a balance between tradition and modernity. In many Muslim-majority countries, the tension between traditional Islamic practices and the pressures of modern life, such as technological advancements and shifting social norms, can be a source of tension. Striking a balance between embracing new developments while staying true to Islamic principles will be an ongoing conversation within these communities. However, the flexibility of Islamic teachings allows for a diversity of interpretations, and this adaptability will likely enable the faith to continue to thrive in diverse contexts. Another area where the future of Islam will be shaped is in its relationship with technology and digital media. The advent of the internet and social media has already provided Muslims with new ways to connect, share ideas, and access religious resources. Online platforms allow Muslims from different parts of the world to engage in dialogue, learn from one another, and participate in virtual communities. These digital spaces have the potential to break down barriers and facilitate understanding, particularly as misconceptions about Islam are countered with accurate information. On the other hand, there are also concerns about how technology might be used for harmful purposes, such as spreading extremism or distorting religious messages. Navigating this digital landscape in a responsible and informed manner will be an important task for Muslim leaders and communities in the coming years. In terms of demographic trends, Islam is one of the fastest-growing religions in the world. Much of this growth is due to higher birth rates in Muslim-majority countries, as well as conversions to Islam. This expansion will likely bring with it both opportunities and challenges for Muslim communities. As the number of Muslims continues to rise globally, the demand for religious education, social services, and community support will also increase. Muslim institutions, from mosques to schools, will need to adapt to meet these growing needs, while also ensuring that their programs are relevant to the lives of contemporary Muslims. Additionally, as Muslims continue to integrate into non-Muslim societies, the question of identity will remain an important theme. Many Muslims living in Western countries, for example, may grapple with questions of how to maintain their religious and cultural identity while also participating fully in the broader society. This has led to an increased focus on issues such as religious freedoms, representation in media and politics, and the preservation of cultural heritage. At the same time, Muslims in Western societies often strive to be positive contributors to their communities, addressing challenges such as poverty, racial injustice, and environmental sustainability, all in accordance with Islamic teachings. The role of women in Islam is another topic that continues to evolve. While many Muslim women have historically faced challenges related to gender equality, the Islamic faith also contains many teachings that emphasize the dignity, rights, and equality of women. Over time, there has been a growing movement within Muslim communities to assert women's rights and promote greater gender equality. In many parts of the world, Muslim women are now increasingly taking on leadership roles in education, politics, and social activism. While there are still challenges to overcome in achieving full equality, the role of women in shaping the future of Islam is increasingly recognized. The rise of youth involvement in Islamic activism is also a notable development. Young Muslims are becoming more engaged in social justice movements, both within the Muslim world and globally. These young activists are advocating for issues such as environmental protection, social justice, interfaith dialogue, and reform within their own communities. Many are using their voices to challenge outdated norms and promote a more inclusive and progressive vision of Islam that reflects the needs and concerns of younger generations. Looking ahead, the Muslim faith will continue to be shaped by its ability to adapt and respond to the unique challenges of the modern world, while remaining anchored in its foundational principles. The core values of Islam, such as the oneness of God, compassion, justice, and service to others, will remain central to the faith's practice, regardless of how circumstances change. Islam's rich history.